Good evening, campers, dreamers, and babysitters. And yes, it is Alien Day. Not really, no, but we did get a trailer today for Alien Romulus, which I gotta say, the last couple of days we've been really getting treated to a lot of those things that have been on our most anticipated of the year list, with getting to check out Late Night with the Devil. That review is up right now. Really enjoyed that film. But now we get excited for Alien Romulus, which I'm going to mention it now, and we are not allowed to go on a tangent about it. I didn't mention it before we started recording, but I have to now. After Prey, we were very excited to see what they're going to do with Alien, and with the fact that they were able to get Predator right, and the fact that we have Fede Alvarez in the director's chair for this, all signs are pointing to this could be a nice revitalization of the franchise before we even got a trailer.
Yeah, I think Prey was that kind of moment of clarity in a sense, where it's like, oh wait, there's a lot of gas left in the tank. Some of these science fiction properties, so we instantly got excited. Alien Romulus has been, we talked about it in most anticipated of the year. It was on my list of the three most anticipated films that I had wanted to see. So finally getting this little teaser, although it's about a little over a minute, just over a minute. I gotta say, not being the biggest fan of Covenant and feeling that's more of a misfire than anything, and kind of being on the sidelines with the Alien franchise for a little bit, just because there hasn't been too much news. To actually get something this tangible with this vibe, it's a win.
Absolutely, this is a good trailer. This is a really solid trailer, and I think that's been the sentiment around, the campfires of the horror community, because it's all tone, it's all energy. It just gives you enough to say this is the kind of Alien film you're getting, and I think that's one of the beauties and the negatives of the Alien franchise, if I do say so myself, is that there is just so much variety as far as just what other directors and other creatives have brought to it. Where that first film is a pure horror science fiction, then you get the action science fiction with Aliens. Alien 3 is very much this dark, really brutal tale that does slide a little bit closer to the horror, I would say so. And then 4 is what it is, and the Ridley Scott films, they're big sci-fi epics. So and I think we need to reestablish that we both really enjoy Prometheus. Again, like you said, not the biggest fans of Covenant. That one billed itself as going a little bit closer to the horror, I think, if I remember the marketing correctly. And no, that movie was just kind of messy overall. This one, though, looks contained. It looks intense. And it just looks like everything I've been wanting the Alien franchise to be for so long.
Yeah, getting into more modern Alien tales with Ridley Scott helming those, they've kind of they've strayed away from the feeling that we had gotten from Alien and Aliens, and of course Alien Romulus taking place, I think, in between both those films. I think they nailed the tone. Fede Alvarez understood the assignment, so to speak, is what everyone says nowadays. With that tone, it's got that unnerving intimacy with these face huggers. There's a couple of shots in there that already make your skin crawl, which I've missed that type of stuff in the Alien franchise. So I think we're going to be getting a lot of that different kinds of things. Again, we're melding in those action scenes, but it's that dark action, I think, that we do have in here. So, I think we're getting some great tones from, his films like Don't Breathe and Evil Dead. I know everyone's going to bring those up, but, Evil Dead being that kind of brutal film, the suspense of Don't Breathe in the darkness. I think, we're going to see a lot of those tones here in Alien Romulus, and we're certainly getting treated to that in this little trailer here. I mean, that opening shot, we talked about it before we started recording, where you kind of get the bloody pods and in just kind of the aftermath of people, and you hear the voiceovers of them arguing, and just kind of those shots of being in the spaceship. It feels confined, and we're only there for a minute.
Absolutely, and that's like one of my favorite bits of this trailer. I gotta say, it's my favorite piece of this trailer is the opening. Just again, Fede Alvarez basically just whipping his dick out on the table and just saying, "Yep, I'm here, bitch. I'm back. I'm doing this." And I love it because it's just, don't breathe. Evil Dead, really reminding you of the kind of intensity that he's willing to bring to the screen. And then you see that pod with all the blood and the gore in it, and then we just go right into just quick shots of all this action. I mean, dude, how many face huggers are falling through that doorway in that next shot? Like, it's absurd. Like, it really makes me curious to see with this taking place between 1 and 2, just what exactly these guys are out there doing. Like, what is their mission? And obviously, we all know that Wayland Yutani is behind it for some reason or another. But like, to have that many face huggers, like, that's something really something really terrible is going to happen on this ship.
Absolutely, and it's looking at the invasive nature of these face huggers and the xenomorph in general. The xenomorph for me has always been the big bad, the terror, but the face huggers for me are just something that absolutely make my skin crawl. So it's like to be able to see that there's going to be more than one, that they're going to be an actual vital part of this story to be told. It has me cringing already in the best ways, because I'm ready to be sitting in the theater watching this. Again, last experience with the Alien franchise was Covenant, and we walked out of there. I remember our early morning discussion the next day of just how underwhelmed we were. So, I think this one has gotten our expectations probably even higher than they were after Fede Alvarez was announced to be helming this project, because this teaser is so well done. It's something where we're certainly gonna get more trailers as the months roll on, as we work our way to August. But for me, I hope they keep them minimal, because this one was so effective with those quick cuts, that dark tone. I mean, Fede is absolutely nailing it from everything that we've seen. And again, the synopsis, fairly basic. We don't know what ride they're going to take us on, but I think you just need those bare bones. You need to really focus on that contained story, just how claustrophobic we can feel. And from this trailer, they're absolutely nailing it.
Absolutely. It almost makes me want to do a discussion video on horror movie trailers this year, because we've had a lot of good ones, and this is another one to add to it. I really think that the horror industry especially is really moving back to, we're not going to give you everything. Like, unless you're Blumhouse, you're not putting everything in the trailer anymore. Like, look at what the first Omen trailer did for the hype of that movie. Nobody gave a shit about the first Omen, and then that first trailer comes out. It's all tone. We don't get a single line of dialogue, I think, in the whole thing, maybe one. And suddenly you got people on all the socials just being like, you know what, first Omen actually looks pretty good. I'm actually curious to see what this is about. Yeah, they released a second trailer, nobody watched it, but I think that's because most people are sold on that first trailer. This, I mean, people were anticipating this was going to be huge, and the fact that they still had the goal and the effort to just say, we're pulling back, we're just going to show you some snippets. I know it's a teaser, but this is all I need. This is it. I'm so sold. I know I was sold before the trailer came out, but this just gets me so excited. This has vibes of the first film. This has a lot of energy of the video game that is so beloved. It's a cult classic of Alien Isolation, that it's just one of those things where it's like, this just feels right. If there's ever going to be a moment for an Alien resurgence, this is Prey for Alien. This is what it's going to be. I have faith in Fede Alvarez. I love the guy. I love his work, just like we did with Dan Trachtenberg. I think that he's a great person to helm this, and clearly, just from this minute's worth of footage, the dude understands the material.
Absolutely. This has gotten me certainly excited. Just with everything that we've seen, I know this is, I don't want to get my hopes up and say this is a knockout out of the park. I can easily say that this is, with the trailer, it does appear that we've course corrected in terms of what a lot of the fans have been wanting with the Alien franchise, and we're kind of getting back to those basics. So I'm really intrigued to see what story they're going to tell. Again, it seems pretty bare bones, but it's about the ride you take us on. So I'm certainly excited. Again, the tension's there. It looks like the gore is going to be there. We're going to get that classic tone back. So I am all in.
Absolutely. And I mean, the couple of quick shots to mention before we wrap up here. I mean, them pulling the face hugger off of that woman's face, and you see the little tendril tube coming out. That's all stuff that we know as fans, but we've never directly seen. And it's just like, this is all exciting stuff. This looks like it's going to be claustrophobic. It's going to be fun. The color palette in this looks amazing. It's definitely going for those browns, those oranges of the first film. And yeah, I'm so sold. You say you don't want to get your hopes up. I wish I could be there with you, but I'm already on the wave. I'm so high up there right now on this. I will be there in August. You will be there with me. We'll probably be there multiple times if it's great, because it's just been so long. Like we said with Prey, it was so long since we had a good Predator movie. It's been so long since we've had a good Alien movie. I'm here for it. I'm excited, and I want to know what you guys think down below. Definitely talk some Alien Romulus with us. Talk some Alien franchise. I know Luke is planning a giant video involving the Alien franchise that I'm excited to see, as well as we're going to definitely be at least covering the first and second film ahead of this thing's release. So definitely stick with us here. Keep an eye out for that. And yeah, we got a lot of great stuff on the channel, guys. So until next time, I'm Dylan Newell.
And I'm Luke Janesco.
And remember, stay scared.
Do the hard shit, gonna do it live. Cause Splattercast kick it every day they live. Splattercast, 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 Splattercast.